God.
Those savages are threatening our whole operation.
See, I'm something of a
big fucking heart hero. Little fight meal. I like that.
You in my house, motherfucker!
You've called out the thunder. Now, get ready for the boom!
What's up, savages?
What's up?
As always, I'm E. Middle.
And I'm Bart.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Savage MMA Show. Got 3 cards to break down this week, man.
Yeah, we got a lot to go over. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend. 2 Bellator cards, 1 UFC card. We'll jump in and start off with the Ivanov versus Dos Santos card that was on FS1.
They all delivered, too, you know? They were all pretty good cards.
Yeah, I'd say the least exciting card was that Bellator Friday night, but...
Well, I mean, it was in Thackerville, Oklahoma. What did you expect?
Shit, I mean, half of these Bellator cards are in the most random of places.
The Mohican Sun Casino in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like, this doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah, it's all right. There were a few good fights even on that card, so... Yeah.
We saw a beautiful fight in the end.
We did. So, Ivanov versus Dos Santos. Dos Santos coming back from his PED suspension.
Another Brazilian coming off PED suspension.
Surprise, surprise.
Stop me if you've heard that before.
Would have never guessed it. And there's at least one more on the way.
I'd say we've got a solid 6, probably. I can go down the line.
We won't mention any names, but there's one guy that's clearly unnatural.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Costa!
Oh, that guy. Yeah, him. Mm-hmm.
The Nutcracker.
Oh, yeah, that's his new name, Paulo the Nutcracker.
Yeah, we're calling him Nutcracker Costa from now on.
So, jump in. We'll run through the prelims real quick.
Get it.
Opened up with Raoni Barcelos getting a KO win over Kurt Holobal. Right. Barcelos looked pretty good. Holobal put up a little bit of a fight, but not much of one. And then we had our first screw job of the night with Justin Scoggins getting.
What was up with the judges on this card, man? It was ridiculous.
I don't know, man. It was pretty bad.
Definitely some bad judging calls.
Yeah, Scoggins landed way more strikes than Saeed did. He was definitely the cleaner striker. I don't know what the fuck they were looking at, honestly. I was shocked by this one.
I mean, it could have been a favoritism thing, possibly.
Yeah, this dude's not really Khabib's cousin.
Oh, is he not?
No, he's like friend of the
third cousin.
He's like friend of the family, like real close friend, but he calls Khabib's mom aunt or something.
Gotcha.
One of those deals.
Still a human Dothraki. But just like not on a Khabib level.
Not a blood relative, yeah.
Got it.
So then we move on to our boy Darren Elkins, the damage against Alexander Volkanovski, and goddamn, he took some damage.
He got damaged, all right.
I'd say, man, I'm worried about Darren Elkins' fucking brain health at this point.
Yeah, man, you can't be taking just absolute murder shows every single time he gets out there. I mean, I get that he's won most of them, but still, that's a hell of a lot of damage to be taken.
Yeah, man, early on in this fight, he got rocked, and I thought, okay, time for the damage to kick in, and he didn't. Volkanovski just kept fucking him up for the rest of the fight, and it was brutal, man. He dropped
the stats were overwhelming, too. Like, it was very lopsided.
I think he dropped him fucking 6 or 8 times during the fight.
Put him away.
You just can't put this dude away. He will not go down unless he's out.
He lost, though, man, because I thought it was a joke that he was fighting this guy, and then this dude ends up wrecking him.
Well, he's 18-1, so I mean, he's an up-and-comer at featherweight. That division's starting to load up all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
That was a pretty weak division for a long time.
For a long time, Jose Aldo had that damn division cleaned out.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, here they come.
Here came McGregor, Holloway, all the boys.
Ortega, and now you even got, we'll talk about it later, but you've even got some fucking Bellator featherweights stepping up now. So.
Oh yeah, big time.
That's a pretty solid division. In the main event of the prelims, Alejandro Perez versus Eddie Wineland. Perez on a 6-fight winning streak, and he extends it another fight with a pretty decisive win over Eddie Wineland.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't really that close of a fight watching it. Perez.
Another dominant performance.
Perez puts in a dominant performance. So let's get to the main card. And
it was pretty good.
It was a pretty good card. It was fun to watch. Some interesting knockouts, to say the least.
He actually called a few of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Called a few of these.
We also fucking bombed on a few of them, too.
Bombed on probably about half of them.
I think we got about 50-50.
So, the first fight of the night, Kat Zingano dominates Marion Renault.
Wow. I did not see that. I was so impressed by Kat Zingano. She looks like old school Kat Zingano.
Yeah, man. Her ground game especially was really impressive.
It was elite. Yeah, it was fantastic.
And those takedowns were textbook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Renault didn't know what was going on. Like, she couldn't stop it.
Yeah, she just wasn't prepared for this Kat Zingano.
No, I don't think she thought that this Kat Zingano still existed. Now, honestly, I didn't either, but man, props to Kat Zingano.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Kat look like that.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Now, the question is, where does Kat go from here? Obviously, she thinks she's a title contender again. She called out Amanda Nunes. She does have a win over Amanda Nunes.
She does, yeah. One of the few.
Back before Amanda Nunes was the lioness, before she really came into her own.
Yeah, things will be different now, I'd say.
Yeah, so, I mean, the people above her in the rankings right now, you're looking at Jermaine Durandamy. I don't even know why she's still in the rankings.
I'm surprised she didn't get fired.
Raquel Pennington, who just got wrecked by Nunes.
Yeah, she did.
Juliana Pena.
Oh, she's good.
And Ketlin Vieira.
I mean, she could take any. I'd be cool with Kat fighting any of those women. Maybe those last three. And
then you got Holly Holm up there, number one.
Yeah, I don't think she's ready for Holly Holm.
Holly Holmes just seems like on a different level. She just can't get past. She just can't get into Amanda Nunes.
She just can't. She can't jump that last hurdle. She just can't get over that last. Well, she's already been the champ, so I mean, no knock on her.
Yeah, no knock on her. Just Nunes is a different beast altogether.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've called it. I think I wrote an article a couple months ago where I was talking about that Nunes is the best women's fighter of all time.
Yeah,
she's done nothing to prove otherwise.
Not really.
She's an absolute savage.
Yeah, so the new rankings are out, and even with that, when Kat Zingano didn't move up.
She didn't move up at all?
No, she's still a 6. She was 6. Okay. She's still 6. So.
Well, I mean, I don't think she deserves a title shot by any stretch. I think she needs to fight at least one more. Maybe one more fight. Maybe even 2. I don't know how much she has left, though.
I don't know either, man. She's getting up there a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to fight that much longer.
The next fight, Money Mendez is back.
Fuck yeah. Chad Money Mendez, baby. He looks fucking phenomenal, dude.
What did you think of that?
He hasn't missed a step.
What did you think of that stoppage?
It could have went on a little bit longer.
I thought it was a weak stoppage because it
was a weak stoppage. It was, but Mendez had him right where he wanted. It was going to be over with.
Well, I don't know if it was, man. He dropped him, and Jury covered up. Every one of those shots hit Jury in the arm on the ground. Yeah, none of those hit him in the head.
I mean, he didn't seem rocked to a point where they should have stopped the fight, but I still think Mendez would have gotten that knockout later. I mean,
yeah, I think he probably wins, but I don't really like that stoppage though.
no, I mean,
but when a
it
dude
wasn't
is
great.
raining 100 punches on you in 30 seconds, the only move you have is to cover your head and weather the storm. Like, he wasn't out; he had his head covered. Like, I know you're supposed to do something, but what are you going to do? All you can do is cover up and wait until he slows down and then make a move.
Yeah, my thing is, like, I think the referee should wait until, like, the body goes limp or he sees, like, some kind of movement that's like, oh yeah, he's out, before he makes that decision. Because a lot of people, I mean, yeah, you're right. You have to cover up. There's no other exit strategy you have for that situation.
No, if you move, because if you move one of those arms to try to make a maneuver right at that point, the way Mendez is going to let him tire himself out, man, he's not hitting you in the head. No,
I mean, if he's not landing significant damage and you're still, like, he should have been screwed. I don't know. Maybe you need to yell at the ref, be like, I'm fine. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
I don't know if he did that or not.
That's
true. That's what I would do.
Or hold a thumb up.
If I was taking, like, a beat down like that, I'd be like, I'm good. So hold my thumb up, yeah, something like that. You know, I'd let the ref. I'd be like, "Don't you fucking stop the fight."
That's true. I'm not saying it was the worst stoppage ever. I just didn't think.
I mean, it wasn't great. I agree with you. Like, I was a little bit questioning too. I was pumped though because I was,
I know, dude. I was glad to see Chad Mendez back. So Chad Mendez is number 7 in the rankings now.
Yep. I wonder who he's gonna get.
No, and by the way, Volkanovski jumps up to 11. From unranked.
Okay. Well, I mean, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people. What's it been? 6-7 fights since the damage is lost?
I think he was on a 6-fight streak as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a victory.
Yeah, and these shakeups actually push down a guy that I think is ranked way too low. That pushes Zabit down to 14 at featherweight.
Oh, that's fine. Zabit will make his way back. He'll make his way back.
It's only a matter of time.
Nobody's beating him. I'm saying it right now. Nobody's beating him. Like, if he shows that kind of class, that kind of skill every single time he fights that he did against Bocek, I mean, it's a wrap, man. He's gonna win that championship.
While we're on this featherweight division, I don't know if we talked about this or not. Did you see who Korean Zombie called out?
No. Is he coming back?
Yeah. He had a bad knee injury apparently.
So he's officially back now. So we're gonna get to see him soon.
He ruptured his ACL and MCL.
Oh damn.
He's approaching his comeback. He says, "Frankie Edgar, are you watching?"
Frankie Edgar. Okay. It will be an entertaining fight.
He said, "I guess from your point of view, you probably don't want this fight, and I guess you don't have to fight me. You really don't, but there's no one to fight. So if you want to fight, get in touch."
I like that respectful trash talk right there.
That's pretty respectful, I'd say.
Yeah, it's extremely respectful trash talk. I kind of like it, though.
And I love the Zombie.
Oh, one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, so like we said, man, that featherweight division is pretty stacked at the moment.
Yeah, because, I mean, you throw his name back in the mix, too, because he's not that old.
No.
I mean, I know he had to do his military service for South Korea, but he's back. He doesn't have to go back any time again.
Nope. Okay, so for Money Mendez, good comeback win for him.
Great comeback.
Impressive. I mean, he's always been a fan favorite too. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, he doesn't put on boring fights like Chad Money Mendez. I think that's probably why they call him Money Mendez, because he's money every single time he's out there.
Oh yeah, he definitely doesn't. He definitely doesn't put on weak fights.
No.
So then we move on in the next fight, and we have Randy Rude Boy Brown against the hybrid Nico Price.
Holy shit! What a fight!
What a knockout!
That was one of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen.
Knockout of the night, for
Nico
sure.
Price is a very creative fighter, man. I don't remember, who did he fight last? Have we seen this kid before?
Yeah, he was on a pay-per-view card.
Okay. I mean, the way he won, hammer fisting from the bottom, like, I don't think, have you ever seen that?
I've never seen that. He fought, the guys that we know of that he fought, his last fight was on UFC on Fox 27 in January. That was the Souza Brunson card.
Oh, God.
He beat George Sullivan on, then on Fight Night, Brunson versus Machida, he lost to Vicente Luque.
Not sure who that is.
Yeah. Pettis, Fight Night, Pettis versus Brandon Moreno. He fought Alan Jouban.
Did he lose to Jouban?
No, he beat Alan Jouban.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the one where he put Jouban to sleep.
That was a vicious KO.
Oh, fuck, yeah. So, Nico Price is a fun fighter to watch.
He is.
I like did you see his post fight?
I did. I don't really remember it. What was going on there?
He basically was just saying, I can put you to sleep from anywhere, so don't sleep on me. He said this was his left hand. He's like, I didn't even use my right.
Oh. It was impressive for sure, man. You know,
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't give anything but props to that kind of knockout, that kind of finish. That was spectacular.
You know, something we've talked about it even on here before is, you know, sometimes when these guys get in these situations, they have openings like that and they don't see it because their technique is so drilled in their head, all they can think about is technique.
Right. Yeah, sometimes it pays to be creative. Like when you're in a fight and you see an opening and you're like, hey, this guy's face is down. I'm going to see if I can hammer fist him. I mean, it was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, he had the opportunity, and he definitely took advantage of it.
Yeah, that could probably happen about almost every fight if people are paying attention more. But, yeah, you're right. Like, people are so honed in to what their coaches and everyone's telling them and, you know, what they've learned in practice. That's how they have to – that's their mentality. You know, they don't think about outside-the-box things like, hey, there's an opening here. Let me see what I can do with it. So, yeah, Price putting on one hell of a fight. That was awesome.
It was fun. He's 13-1. I'll be excited to watch him fight again.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to his next fight, for sure. I hope they give him somebody good.
I hope so, too, man. He's at welterweight, not in the rankings yet, which he should be right on the outside of those, so we'll see what happens. He's 13-1.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be right on the outside looking in, maybe.
Yeah, that division is
he needs a staple win against
really
somebody.
that good.
No, it's wide open.
Other than the guys all the way at the top, that division's pretty open.
It's a very top-heavy division. But
I mean, for fuck's sake, Gunnar Nelson's ranked number 13 right now.
I didn't even know Gunnar Nelson until you just told me that. I thought Gunnar Nelson was retired. I had no idea he was still fighting. No
Maybe
clue.
he is retired. And here's some weird shit going on in these rankings, by the way.
Yeah, we might have a glitch.
I didn't notice this, but
I'm just pissed off they dropped my boys to beat out of the rank. That's garbage, man.
Ally Quinta is ranked 10 at lightweight, 4 spots above Dan Hooker.
What?
Questionable.
Dan Hooker is getting no love.
No love.
No love. No Cody Garbrandt. All right, so what was the next fight?
The next fight was Dennis Bermudez versus Rick Glenn. Dennis Bermudez dominates Rick Glenn and takes the fucking loss. The
absolute fuck were the judges. What were the judges thinking?
The second screw job of the night, because even those hits, the second 2 rounds, Bermudez clearly won.
Yeah, and I looked at the stats, and it was very even.
Oh, Bermudez even outstruck. No, he had more significant strikes than Rick Glenn.
I think Rick Glenn had 6 more significant strikes, because I remember being like, so you're telling me 6 significant strikes is better than 6 takedowns?
Okay.
That's questionable. I think that's a questionable judgment call. Like, I personally think takedowns are much much more important.
And they weren't even takedowns. He took him down. He kept him down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were he
completely controlled those last two rounds.
Controlled the last. Yeah, exactly. Like, how do you not give him the win?
Man, when it came down to the decision, the first judge they read out was 30-27 Glenn. And I was just like, what the fuck? And you could tell Bermudez, too. He was like, what the fuck?
That was my response as soon as it happened. I think I actually said it out loud. I went, what the fuck? Who saw 30-27?
Yeah.
It was way more balanced than that.
Even if you think Rick Glenn won, I don't even know how you give him the third round. But for sure, not the second round.
Yeah. Did you see at the end when Jimmy Smith was on the
Bermudez tried to come talk to him?
Jimmy Smith was like, nah, bro. No.
Kind of pushed him away, man.
Yeah, he was like, no, man. It's like, we're not talking to you. You didn't win the fight.
He should have talked to him, man.
He should have, because I'm sure Bermudez would have, well, he didn't want the controversy, because I bet Bermudez would have been like, what the fuck, UFC? I'm sure he's fed up. He's lost, I think this is like 3 or 4 close decisions that are, like, he's just been getting fucked by the judges constantly.
Yeah, apparently Eddie Wineland wasn't happy with his decision either.
That's a different story.
That's a different
that was a different story.
So Dennis Bermudez,
two different things.
Dennis Bermudez takes to Twitter after the fight. Have you seen this?
I have not. What is this? What is this all about?
Whoever judged my fight tonight, you could at least buy me a couple of drinks before you fuck me like that.
Nice.
I mean, that was just ridiculous.
He has a point. I don't understand how you, like, all right, even if, I mean, how do you judge this? If 6 more significant strikes and the other guy has 6 takedowns that were just super over-dominant, don't you give the takedowns the edge?
Well, I don't know about the stats, because it depends what round they come in, because you have to go round by round. It's who won the round, and just watching the fight, I mean, I thought Bermudez
won the fight. I was scoring it.
I'm always scoring the fight to myself when I'm watching it.
Well, we both do, yeah. I mean,
And I had Bermudez winning. I also had Justin Scoggins winning. I don't know about that, man. I don't know what the fuck happened here. That
was highly questionable at best.
Highly questionable. So
I mean, no knock to Rick Glenn. I mean, he fought well, but I don't think that he deserved to win the fight.
I don't either. So we'll move on to the next fight. Welterweight. Sage Northcutt makes his debut at welterweight.
Super Sage.
I saw a lot to like out of Sage, and I saw a lot that still needs progress. He gets the KO win over Zach Otto.
He might be one of the most talented but yet unpolished fighters in the UFC. Like he is yet to tap in on his true potential. Like, the guy could be phenomenal.
I'm seeing progress for sure, though. Otto got him to the ground. Obviously, that's what he wanted to do.
Oh, Otto rocked him in the first 5 seconds.
First 2 seconds of the fight or something. Yeah,
I mean, he hit him immediately and almost. And I remember Sage after the fight being like, he wasn't rocked, but damn sure he's lying, because he got fucking clobbered.
Well, even in that first, or even in that second round, Otto wanted to take the fight to the ground, and it took Sage a while to get up both times, but he was able to get back to his feet, and because obviously he wanted to strike with Otto.
You can tell, though, he's obviously making strides with Alpha Male that he wasn't making when he was with whoever he was, whoever his previous fight camp was. I'm not really sure.
I'll agree. You can definitely see marked improvement in his game right now. And especially him he moves up a weight class, but he carries so much muscle. It was bound to happen eventually. He's still 22 years old, man.
Yeah, do you hear what they're thinking he might end up being? They think he might end up being like 6'5", 220 or some shit like that. They think he's got a lot of room to grow.
I don't know about that. I mean, he's done growing height-wise.
Well, apparently, I think you can actually grow up until you're 25 or 26.
Oh, well.
So, and his brother, I believe, he said was 6'5", but there's an article about it. I can't remember where I saw it, but yeah. He thinks that he's going to grow. Yeah, I mean, God, he could be a monster.
Well, he's not going to be able to keep that low percentage of body fat forever.
Well, of course not. I mean, he's super, super lean and cut.
I mean,
I wonder what he fights. I wonder what his natural weight is. That's what I'd be curious to know, because he doesn't. I'm not really sure what his weight is. Is that like his true weight class? You think that's where he's going to stay?
I think he's probably got another move up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. How old is he?
22, man.
Damn, he's still a super. We're just going to keep calling him a super prospect. Like, I know he's winning fights, but like, he hasn't even tapped into what he's truly capable of yet.
Yeah, he just couldn't get down to.
With alpha male, the sky is the limit for him.
I mean, when you see pictures of the guy, he's shredded. So he doesn't have a lot of weight he can cut off, man.
Right.
It was an old article, 2 years old, but it's saying he was cutting from 185.
Yeah, so he's probably, I bet he weighs like close to 200 pounds or something like that.
Probably close to. You can't carry that much muscle mass around and not have some weight.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, muscle weighs more than fat. Everybody knows that.
Fact. That is a
fact. But, yeah, man, he took an opportunity as well with that hammer fist knockout. Why do more people not use this hammer fist, man? It's vicious.
It was a hammer fisty kind of weekend. Now that I think about it, there were a lot of hammer fist options.
They were popping off everywhere, man.
We're gonna call that the weekend of the hammer fist.
Yeah.
It's motherfucking hammer time.
It was hammer time. Just like Nico Price, man. He saw an opportunity, he dropped it. And Sage dropped him on one hammer fist.
Yeah, he dropped a mallet.
And it was over. Good night. So then we move on to a fight that didn't quite live up to our expectations, and that was Junior Dos Santos versus Blagoy Ivanov.
Yeah. That was a mediocre 5-round fight.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed.
What? Yeah, I don't really know what we saw, man. It just wasn't a whole lot of action.
There's not a lot to talk about here. Dos Santos, clearly the winner.
I mean, yeah, it was obvious.
But there wasn't a lot of action. I'm guessing both of these guys were playing it safe, trying not to get KO'd. But
I think they respected each other's. Yeah, I think they respected each other a little bit too much.
Maybe just a little bit too much, but so
Ivanov Ivanov barely even landed anything. Like, I don't know what he was doing. Like, I was really excited about him.
I was too. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with him going forwards.
I don't know who you give him next. I mean, Junior Dos Santos wasn't exactly stellar either.
And of course, he calls out Stipe after the fight, being the only other guy besides, 3 losses on Stipe's record. Stipe will never fight Stephen Struve again.
No.
Cormier's not man enough to give him a fucking rematch.
Yeah, Cormier, he's just chasing that. He's paper chasing right now, man. That's all.
He's going to duck Stipe. Stipe's not getting
He's going to duck Stipe for multiple reasons. He's going to duck him for the money reason. He wants to fight Brock Lesnar because it's, the super, super, super fight in his mind. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. And of course, I truly don't think Cormier thinks that he could beat Stipe twice. Because I think the first time was a fluke.
I think it was too, but
I mean, I know we're bitter Stipe fans, but I just truly feel like Stipe wouldn't make the same mistake twice. He's a very smart fighter, a very cerebral fighter. He would not make the same mistake twice.
I don't even know who you give Dos Santos.
I mean, it's not Stipe. That's for damn sure.
I mean, there's plenty of other dudes.
Stipe is pissed off at the UFC, by the way.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after we cover Bellator. I don't know, man. Maybe give him Mark Hunt or something.
Just throw Mark Hunt. What the fuck? Throw Mark Hunt.
I mean, he just fought a new dude. Give him, I don't know. There's plenty of guys you can give him.
Give Junior like Verdum or somebody. Just throw him against like some other roiding Brazilian, whatever, man.
Yeah, give him. Hold on a minute, dude. What the fuck?
What is it?
Fabricio Verdum
Mm-hmm.
is not currently ranked in the top 15 in heavyweights.
Wow. So he fell way off. Wasn't he at one point like 2 or 3 or 4?
He was the champion until Stipe beat him.
I know he was the champion, but when he was fighting Volkov, I want to say that he was way up in the rankings.
Yeah, he was 2 or 3.
Damn. No respect.
What the fuck?
These rankings are suspect. Like they're definitely not our rankings. That's for sure.
Is he out of contract or something?
He might be. Well,
did he retire?
Did he just get busted for?
He did.
That's right. Yeah, he was yet another aging Brazilian that's been busted for PED. God, the list is just mind-boggling.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Interesting. But
in the water?
No. Something in the fucking veins, man. Being injected.
Right. That's right.
All right, so we'll move on to we'll start off with Friday's Bellator card. Bellator 202. We don't spend a ton of time on this card.
No, this one was the definite forgettable of the 3 fight cards.
So we kick off with a heavyweight scrap: Valentin Moldavsky versus Ernest James Moldavsky.
Ernest James got his face wrecked.
Ernest James just didn't seem like he was in the fight, man. He was mounting no offense at all.
I think Ernest James, after he got his eye demolished, didn't want any part of the fight. I don't think he wanted it anymore.
He just never showed up, man.
No, he was a complete no-show. That fight lacked a lot of action for sure.
It did. So the next fight, Chris Honeycutt defeats Leo Lecce, 30-25s across the board, complete domination. This is the Chris Honeycutt we've been looking for.
Yep, I think we both picked Lecce, so we whiffed on that one.
We did, because Honeycutt hadn't lived up to his potential yet, man. And Lecce has the experience.
He sure did on Friday, though.
Yeah,
Lecce had nothing for Honeycutt.
Looks like he may be a contender, man. We'll see.
Could be.
We'll see. He's not going to be in that. He's not going to make that welterweight Grand Prix, though. We'll talk about that in the news also. They've dropped the names.
Oh, nice. I haven't even seen this yet.
All right, I'll break it to you here in a little bit then.
Looking forward to it.
Then Michael McDonald versus Eduardo Dantas. Weird ending.
Yeah, I mean,
Eduardo Dantas broke his leg.
He broke his ankle, I think.
I think it was his leg, like higher up than his ankle.
His ankle snapped. Did you see the instant replay? Like his leg straight snapped, like Gordon Hayward said when he was going up against LeBron,
dude,
and he came down.
It was
That's
nasty.
what it looked like.
So McDonald then finished him off, but he was already done.
That was kind of like the Weidman Anderson Silva when Anderson Silva's leg went off Gumby leg.
Pretty much, man. So McDonald gets the win with nature defeating Eduardo Dantas.
Well, I don't know if there was a winner because after the fight, I think McDonald said he broke his hand, and he also said he didn't know how much more he wanted to do this anymore because he's tired of getting hurt. So it sounded like we might two Bellator spots might have just opened up.
Yeah,
I have 2 Bellator spots. So Stipe, come on down.
Yeah, man, and McDonald really had a chance to promote himself right there too, and he just didn't.
Yeah, man.
What a bummer of a post-fight interview.
It was awful. Oh, it was awful. It was so sad to hear. Like McDonald didn't even know that Dantas broke his ankle. Like he had no idea until he watched the replay, and then he started grimacing like, "Oh shit!" So that's how I won the fight. And then he became like super depressed because he's like, "Oh, with not really a finish. Like, that's how I won? That's trash.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That fight was depressing.
Yeah, so fuck that fight. Let's move on to the main event. Julia the Jewel Budd versus Talita Nogueira. Complete domination.
Have you ever seen, like, that reminded me of, let's see, I mean, there's just a few dominant performances on the women's end I've seen that were just, like, on that level. Who was Kayla Harrison's first fight in the PFL?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we just saw on Friday.
And Cyborg versus the last 2 or 3 people she's
Cyborg
fought.
versus Tanya Evinger. Yeah, that was Nunez versus Raquel Pennington.
Julia Budd, they just don't have anybody for her to fight.
Yeah.
Bellator is trying to build these women's divisions.
Julia
but
Budd is not losing that title anytime soon.
It's going to take some time. We're going to have some... I mean, it's a matter of time before these contracts, UFC women, start running out and coming over. But
that'll change things. That'll change the dynamic.
But yeah,
Bud is just a different animal, though.
She is. She has like they were saying during the fight. She has a win over Jermaine Durand to me.
Yeah.
So she's at the elite level. And she's definitely at the top of her game right now, too.
Oh, good Lord.
I'd be interested to see what would happen, with her against some of this top-flight UFC talent.
I would be very interested. Too bad we'll probably never see it.
We'll never see it. But anyway, Julia Budd dominates, holds on, and I feel sorry for whoever's next.
Yeah, she's cleaning out the division. They're going to have to, like, find new women for her to fight because no one else is going to want to fight her in the Bellator.
All right, so let's move on to the Rome, Italy card. What a cool venue, man. Outdoor fight.
Yeah, I love this card. This was a great, exciting card. A lot of stoppages.
The card was fun. Yeah, the card was fun. The venue was cool. A lot going on, a lot to like here, man. So it kicked off with Maxime Radu versus Simone La Preciosa. A couple rando Italian dudes. These dudes are only booked because they're fighting in Rome. Maxime Radu gets the win. We'll move on.
I think it wasn't Max. I think he had a pretty good record.
Yeah, but neither one of these dudes.
They put him up against the Italian guy to just destroy him because it was a major discrepancy, I remember.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. Let me look up his record. But I think he's an Italian dude also. Yeah, he's Italian. It was 2 random Italian dudes. He was 8-1 coming into this fight. He's now 9-1.
Yep. He won that one quick too. Was that a first round knockout?
Yeah, first round knockout. None of these fights made it out of the first round except the main event.
There were a lot of people getting put to sleep.
So the next fight we have Alan Amadowski versus Will Fleury. Will Fleury, one of James Gallagher's training partners, and Amadowski fucking wrecked him.
Amadowski just murdered Fleury.
I mean, from the time the bell rung, it was over.
Oh yeah, this one was super lopsided.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not much else to say besides it was just an absolute lopsided, masterful fight. That was definitely not Fleury. It was definitely not Fleury's way.
Yeah, and the fight that ended even quicker, the next fight, Andrei Korshkov versus Vaso Bakasevich.
I thought Korshkov was going to knock his head off his shoulders.
Yeah, and then he kicked his fucking liver out.
Oh God, that kick was so brutal. I bet he probably broke some ribs.
I don't even think he hit where he was aiming.
No, I don't even think he was either, but he definitely landed well. He landed well.
Yeah, so Korshkov...
That was an instant knockout. Then he, poured it on. I think he hit him, 6 more times.
Oh, when he went to the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a former champion, and he's good, man.
Oh, hell yeah, he's damn good.
We'll drop the rest of the lineup, but we're going to be seeing him in the welterweight Grand Prix. He is actually the kickoff fight for the welterweight Grand Prix.
Oh, wow.
So then we get the guy
he's dangerous.
Yeah, we get the guy who I don't know, but is apparently the king of fucking Italy or something. Alessio Sakara.
Oh, yeah, Sakara, UFC veteran.
Yeah, I never saw him fight.
He looks like Bryce. Did you watch the Home Run Derby?
He looks like Bryce Harper's dad's bro. It looks like his uncle, probably.
He looks like his Italian, Bryce Harper's Italian dad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he gets an easy KO on Jamie Sloan.
Did you see what he did? He had everybody all. He was like, hush.
Yeah, and Italy.
And then he went, ah!
That was pretty fun. I mean, that was fun, man.
He really was. He probably was the most popular. They went ape shit when he won.
He did. They went ape shit when he was coming out to the fucking ring.
I saw on his back, he had Roma, Italy. He had all Italy tattoos. So, I mean, he was full on Italian.
Yeah, he was in a full Italian mode for sure.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was fun to watch.
That was one of my favorite parts of the whole card.
So then we get down to the main event of the evening. And what a fight, man.
5-round slobber knocker.
5 rounds back and forth, two evenly matched guys.
Fight. Yeah.
And how did you score the fight? I had Pitbull winning. Pitbull got the win by split decision.
I had Pitbull winning by probably split decision. They actually got that one right, I think.
Yeah, I scored the card for Pitbull. Or the fight for Pitbull. In my book, he had won the fight. I'm glad to see he got the win.
I think Pitbull did a little. He was just a little more active. I think he had. I think he also had. Didn't he have more takedown?
I think he did. And as far as the damage done, he definitely did more damage.
He seemed to have more control too. I thought he had more. He seemed to have more ring control than.
Yeah, when it went to the ground, he had more.
He seemed to be more in control when he was on the ground. And it was a good fight, though, man. It was 5 rounds of pure entertainment. I enjoyed that one a lot. Man.
I enjoyed it, man. Weichel looked good.
Weichel's a beast. They're both really good.
Yeah.
It was a very technical. It was like a technical chess match too. It was a real high level fight. Yeah, it was a high IQ MMA fight. Things that you and I like to see. Not always the most popular for the fans, your meathead fans, but your purest, high IQ MMA fans.
Anybody that's really an MMA fan enjoying this thing.
Yeah, for sure. So, who do you give Pitbull next?
Oh, whoever deserves it. I don't know who deserves it right now, though.
I'm not really sure. How long has he had that title?
Oh, this is only his first defense.
Is it only? Oh yeah, he just won it. Who did he?
He just won it back.
Yeah, because that's right. He lost it and then he got it back.
Eduardo Dantas, maybe.
Maybe I can't remember. It went for a while, unfortunately.
Yeah, let me check his. He'll be fighting Emmanuel Sanchez next.
Emmanuel Sanchez?
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. That dude's on fucking fire. Oh, he won it. He won it off Daniel Strauss.
That's right. Yeah, he beat Strauss.
Yeah, for the 3rd time.
I remember that now. Yeah, I remember.
He has 3 wins and a loss against Daniel Strauss. Daniel Strauss took the belt from him, and then he got it.
What you're saying is Strauss probably shouldn't be able to fight Pitbull again, because that's what I'm hearing.
Well, he does have 1 win.
3-1
over him. He took the title from him. Maybe Benson Henderson. Benson Henderson's hot right now again.
Yeah. He looked like old school Benson Henderson last time we watched him fight.
He did. Did you see the post-fight interview with Pitbull?
No, I missed that. What did he say?
He called out, apparently him and his brother have a beef going on with Connor's gym.
Oh, really?
So he called out James Gallagher, Connor, anybody else at that gym, he said they'll take all of them.
Let's go.
Get it. So let's move on to the MMA news of the day, man.
Let's go. MMA news.
So since we've been talking about it, let's lead off with the Bellator welterweight Grand Prix.
I'm excited. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. So let's see here. It's going to start on that card with Gegard Mousasi versus Rory McDonald. For the middleweight title. The first fight's going to be on that card, and it's going to begin with Andrei Korshkov taking on Douglas Lima.
Oh my God! What a fight!
Yeah.
What day is this?
That's September 29th.
Oh, hell, that's a day after my birthday.
That's also the Rampage versus Vanderlei Silva.
What a fucking card! Is this going to be a pay-per-view?
I don't know. I don't think it is, man. Bellator's bringing the heat.
That is a hell of a fight card already.
Airing exclusively on DAZN.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is that?
That's what it says. It's going to be live Tuesday.
I'll find a way to watch it.
DAZN.
It's that new.
It's DAZN, but I saw them. They pronounce it DAZN.
Okay.
We'll get into that. We'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see how.
It's got to be better than fucking Fight Pass, man. I'm still pissed about that.
Yeah, man. Why?
Here I was thinking I was going to be able to go home and be like, oh, I get to watch all these fights from scratch. Nope, blacked out, blackout. I can watch the early prelims. So you're telling me I'm paying $10 a month so I can watch early prelims? I don't fucking think so, UFC.
Yeah, man. I thought it was only the pay-per-views that were blacked out.
Yeah, me too. I was very disgusted when I found out that wasn't the case.
Yeah, that's
so I'm gonna have to wait
a
week till I get to see like a fight from FS1. That I probably can watch from a recording. Like what the?
And you're already trying to make us fucking get ESPN Plus. We're not paying for that shit.
And you want me to pay for ESPN Plus, which will probably be just exactly like Fight Pass? Like, no, I don't think so. And that'll be canceled. Don't you worry. That'll be canceled. Contender Series better be awesome tonight. That's all I have to say.
So
I'll check it out and let you know what I think.
So the other guys in this tournament, let me read you off the matchups that we've got going on. It's going to be a 10-man tournament over the next year.
The first one's already outstanding.
That will be aired exclusively on DAZN.
I guess we're going to have to get whatever this is.
Yeah, we'll check it. We'll see what the deal is with it. Anyway, some of the other matchups.
So are they getting rid of Paramount? Is that already like a done deal? Like, is that contract expired after like a half a year?
No, man, they're still going to be on Paramount.
But just the really, really good fights are not going to be on Paramount?
Well, no, this is like in addition to what's on Paramount.
Okay.
I think it's only this welterweight Grand Prix that's going to be on DAZN. All the other Bellator.
It's probably like a trial run for them of whatever this is.
Yeah. So apparently this is a trilogy fight between Lima and Korshkov.
God, yes. What a start. What a starter fight. That's a great fight to kick off the Grand Prix.
It is, man. Also,
yeah, that's a hell of a fight, dude.
I'll tell you what's going to be a really interesting fight.
Okay.
John Fitch versus Neiman Gracie.
Oh, so they let Fitch on?
Yep, Fitch is in.
Good. He deserved to be in. So we got Fitch, Neiman. Oh my God, that's going to be very interesting. We're going to get to see if Neiman Gracie can go to the deep waters, because Fitch is a dark horse in this tournament, because Fitch, he's one of the ugliest, fighters for most people to watch, but like the guy gets results, man.
Yeah, so they've announced 9 of the 10. There's going to be 2 qualifying fights to get into the 8-man, the actual 8-man thing.
That's cool. I like that qualifying thing.
They've announced 9 of the 10, the other being Paul Daly, the 10th one, because they're still working on his contract. But the guys we've announced so far
are 100% in.
Are Andre Korshkov, Douglas Lima, John Fitch, Neiman Gracie, obviously.
Neiman Gracie.
Lorenzo Larkin. Michael Venom Page.
Oh yeah. Is that who's?
His opponent's not been announced yet.
Oh.
Ed Ruth is taking on Yaroslav Amosov. Which is one of the ones that fights to get into the tournament, I believe.
What a damn welterweight, stacked ass Bellator.
And of course, Rory McDonald.
Of course.
So that's gonna be fun to watch, man.
Well, he has to fight for wait, is he the champion in this one already?
Yeah.
So he has to fight, he has to defend his title
in a tournament.
That sucks. That sucks.
Old school fucking rules, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Old school rules.
He theoretically could lose his title in the first round.
He could.
If he got shot. It's not going to happen. But
I think that's how this thing's going to work. I don't know why it wouldn't. I don't think they're just having a tournament to have a tournament.
Well, I wonder if, let's say Rory gets beat in the first round. Does that guy the champ then? And then they move on? I don't know how this works. I guess they don't. I guess Rory's basically vacating or throwing his title back up for the tournament. I guess.
I'm not really sure.
I'm a little confused.
I'm not really sure how that's going to play out.
I don't love the fact that he has to, as champion, he has to defend it through the tournament. But, whatever. I bet he's not bitching about it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, me either.
Anyway, let's move on to Showtime Pettis is in the news.
Uh-oh. So you say he's not the gatekeeper, motherfucker.
Well, not quite. Yo, Al Quinta, I'm down to fight. UFC said you're out indefinitely. Nate Diaz, what's up? Don't be scared, homie.
Pettis called out Al Quinta and Pettis,
and
Diaz.
Nate Diaz. # fuck the Diaz brothers.
That's awesome. I saw Colby Covington wrecked Diaz too on, I think it was Twitter.
Everybody is, man.
Yeah, everybody's taking shots.
I see the article on here that you were talking about. Super swole buff cut will grow to 6'5" and weigh 230.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, give me heavyweight Super Sage.
That's like super duper Sage.
Yeah, it is, man.
Did you ever see? I know you did because you're from the same time. Do you remember the Ninja Turtles, the second one, when they had the Super Shredder? Sage Northcutt, Super Shredder. Go Ninja, go! Oh, good shit.
Vanderlei Silva, talking about Rampage Jackson, said he might bring back the soccer kick and take the loss just to pay back Rampage Jackson.
Yes, I hope so. That would be amazing.
He said, I do miss them. We'll see when the time comes. Anything can happen.
Hey, Vanderlei Silva might be a better soccer kicker than the Brazilian national team. Too soon?
Too soon.
Shout out to France.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I didn't watch it, no.
It was a very I'm not gonna lie, it was a very sloppy game. I don't really think either one of them deserved to win. Sloppy soccer game. Pretty disappointing considering how good the World Cup was.
Robert Whitaker says his injuries are going to hold him out the rest of this year.
Bobby Knuckles
said he won't be able to return until early 2019 at least.
Yeah, him and Kevin Gastelum.
Gastelum.
We're getting.
Yeah.
Yes. Gastelum.
So you're going to watch the Contender Series tonight. Nick Newell, the one-handed fighter, is making his debut.
Oh, yeah, dope. I'll definitely watch that then. I'll let you know what I think, because basically that's the only reason I'm holding on to the subscription.
It's for Fight Pass.
I haven't watched the Contender Series before, so I want to see what it's all about. And I guess this is the best time to do it because I do want to see the one-armed Nick Newell fight.
Yeah, so Darren Till says if Stephen Thompson wants a rematch, he can have it.
Hey.
I'm down for a second. I enjoyed that first fight, man. It was a hell of a fight. I thought it was a good fight, too. Yeah, I thought it was a good fight, too. Let's see it. And he said he wants to fight. He said he wants the rematch.
Put it in South Carolina. Let's have that rematch in South Carolina.
Yep, we'll go to that one if they have that.
Hell yeah, that's an absolute yeah.
Did you see Stipe going off on Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, Stipe, he's going off on everybody. Stipe's on a warpath.
Yeah,
and he should be because he has every right to be. He cleaned out the heavyweight division, and now they're treating him like he's a bum.
That's what he said. He said about Brock Lesnar, he said it was a shit show and it was disrespectful. I didn't think that's what the UFC was about.
Shit show, one of my favorite go-to things.
He said, I thought they were going to interview me after the fight and I was going to ask for a rematch. When Brock came in, I'm out of here. I don't need this circus. How can you give a guy a title shot who hasn't fought in over 2 years, is suspended, and his last fight's a no contest because he was on steroids?
He's coming off of steroids, yeah, no.
I want a title shot. I deserve it. This guy hasn't fought in how long? For him to get a title shot and I get thrown to the side, it just seems like they're desperate for pay-per-views. I cleaned out the division. I defended it more than anyone, and you're going to tell me I don't deserve a chance to get it back? Get out of here. Kiss my ass if you don't think I deserve that.
Yeah, did you hear what he said about Dana White? I thought that was great.
No, what did he say?
He basically called everything that's going on right now bullshit, and that he's just super pissed off. Like, is basically the synopsis of the story. Is he's pissed off? He feels like he's being underappreciated, which he is, and I think he said like Dana White said something to him. I think do you have that article up? It's down the page. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, he basically was like, fuck you, Dana.
Oh no, I didn't read that. Let me try to find it again.
Yeah, he's got nothing nothing for Dana White right now.
Didn't he just sign a new contract?
Probably. I'm sure he did. But like it really is disgusting how he's being treated right now. Like, how are you gonna make a guy who, he literally cleaned out the heavyweight division, lost a fluky loss to one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, that's probably not going to defend it. So for what, one time maybe tops? He's got one. Yeah, this is probably going to be his last fight. And then you're going to say that Stipe doesn't get it. He should get an instant title shot. Like, this is fucking ridiculous.
He said the only conversation he's ever had with Dana White. The only conversation he's had with Dana White after the fight was when White apologized for Lesnar entering the octagon and causing the scene. Miocic said the apology doesn't mean much.
Yeah, that's our boy.
I don't know, man.
It's disgusting, man. Like, money. That's where we are in the UFC now. They're just desperate for that cash.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how many fights are left on his contract, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him dip out and head to Bellator.
I would be fine with that. That would be a gigantic, like, just mammoth move.
I mean, because Dana White's really fucking himself right now, and you better watch what he does, because when you've got Bellator coming hot on your heels, you don't want to be pissing these fighters off this way, because Bellator has the money.
This is a really good way to do it. This is a really good way to do it. Let a guy that doesn't deserve let a guy that, like, even his own peers in the WWE hate, like, everybody hates him. So you let a guy who doesn't deserve it get in and, like, causes a complete circus in the UFC, which is supposed to be a professional sport, not wrestling. This is not fucking wrestling. And you're going to alienate all your, like, he's going to end up fucking around and alienate all of his top fighters, and they're going to be like, you know what? Let's see what Bellator is all about. And I don't know if you noticed, but, like, how many times are we watching a Bellator event and we're like, hey, Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture,
Royce Gracie.
you know, all these, Royce Gracie, they're at these Bellator events.
Well,
So,
did you see after Pitbull won, he was taking pictures with Fedor and Royce Gracie
Exactly.
in the ring. So
UFC better not act like they're some untouchable force. Plus, usually when ESPN touches stuff, it dies. So,
yeah, I mean, honestly, the only way they were able to hold off Strikeforce is by buying Strikeforce.
Right. And they're not buying Bellator. Bellator's not having any.
Well, no, because Bellator has Viacom owns Bellator. They have money.
Right. Yeah, they're not. Well, they're not going to let the UFC fucking buy them out anyways. That's not fucking happening.
No.
So yeah, you want to alienate your best fighters? They'll go to Bellator. You and I have been talking about this for a couple of years now. Bellator's on the come up. They're hot on the UFC's trails. They already do stuff a lot better than the UFC already does as is. So if you take some of those big time talents and you put them in Bellator, the scale's not too far off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to happen. You see what Brendan Shaw beefing with Dana White.
Exactly.
I mean, he said something along the same lines. Part of what he said when he was talking about the way he ripped Francis Ngannou after that fight, that you can't just fucking beat down your own fighters like that.
Well, remember when he beat down Usman and Usman fucking dominated the fight? Like,
yeah, he said, what's he say?
Tyron Woodley dominates. Oh, he sucked because that was a boring fight.
You're the captain of the ship. You're the captain of the ship. When you're shitting on all your employees on the ship, it doesn't make people feel good. When you try to lead by fear, it doesn't work.
No, who the fuck's afraid of Dana White, dude?
Dana White's not shit, man.
No, man. I'm tired of his ass. They need to go. Like the only way they're gonna save UFC, they fucked up. The UFC's made some critical errors. One, keeping Dana White on board. Two, signing with ESPN because, like I said, ESPN doesn't exactly have a great track.
I mean, it puts them in the mainstream, but
true. But also remember, ESPN is not exactly the greatest of all companies. Didn't they just lay off about 200 of their employees? Like
they did.
I don't know. Yeah. So like, it's not exactly a safe switch up there. We'll see. I hope. I mean, I want Bellator to take over one of these days because the UFC, they have the talent right now. But I mean, keep on fucking doing stupid shit like letting Brock Lesnar take over a championship that he doesn't even deserve to even have a shot at.
Yep.
That's a good gateway. That's a good gateway to losing your best fighters. Real fighters aren't going to put up with that shit, man. They're going to be like, you know what? This is a fucking circus. This is just like WWE, and I don't want to fucking be overran by fucking Vince McMahon. I'm out of here. You know, like, it's becoming a fucking shit show, like they said. I hate the way it's forming right now. The whole Brock Lesnar thing is bullshit to me.
So the last thing we'll talk about that I've got to talk about on the news, Daniel Cormier says Brock Lesnar will be his last fight.
Of course.
Says he's retiring after Lesnar fight. Says he'll be the last one. He'll be the last fight of my career. Will he be next? I don't know. I hope so, but I've still got a belt to defend at 205 to think about. He's not going to fight anybody.
I didn't think he was going to fight anyone at all. Like, until this Brock Lesnar thing, I thought he was going to just give the belt right back up again once he won it. But this whole bullshit with Brock Lesnar has Daniel Cormier wanting to, chase that money and get that big.
He needs to give up
fight.
that.
It's going to be a flop, by the way. That pay-per-view won't bring shit. I mean, Brock Lesnar might help it, but Daniel Cormier is not like a huge money grabber. Like, that's not somebody who's people are like, oh, I can't wait to watch Daniel Cormier fight. Nobody says that.
Actually, the opposite. The only reason people tune in to Daniel Cormier is to watch John Jones whip his ass.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's never been like the guy that everyone's like, oh man, can you wait to get home and watch Cormier?
Oh shit, Cormier's fighting. I mean,
I'm paying $67 for this right now. Like, nobody says that shit.
he adds value to the card, but he is not the main draw.
He's a hell of a fighter. Like, don't get me. I'm not trying to say that he's garbage, but like,
He's probably one of the top 5 of all time. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
But
he doesn't garner attention from your average MMA fans, though. Like, he's not like some like big time draw that people are like super excited about watching.
and this, I mean, he's only going for a money grab, so he's not going to fight anyone in the meantime.
No.
Because let's say he fights Alexander Gustafsson or Yoel Romero.
He wants no part of either one of them.
If he fights either one of those guys and drops his belt, who really cares about that fight with Brock Lesnar at that point? That's going to diminish him so much that fight's not going to be the
fight anyone before then, anyways, because they're going to want to do this sooner rather than later.
Well, it can't go down until February.
Yeah, but I mean, if he defends his title before then, he's making a huge mistake, and he probably would lose. Like if he fights Gustafsson again, my money's on Gustafsson.
Yeah, I think at this point he needs to give up. The smartest move for him is to give up the belt at 205 and just wait for Lesnar.
He's going to quit. I mean, he's going to quit after this. He's going to retire after the Lesnar fight, I'm sure, right afterwards. So, like, why prolong the inevitable and stop hogging up a division that needs a new champion?
And the best move for Stipe is to take some time off and not fight anyone until after that Lesnar Cormier fight.
Take time off until the heavyweight title is back up for grabs, and then he can actually get an automatic title shot.
Yeah, I think in his best interest is to just not fight anyone in the meantime.
Yeah, he shouldn't have to fight anyone. His legacy is already set in stone. Like, he deserves to fight a championship or nothing. Like, he's not going to go lower than that. That's man. It's just such a fucking. It's exactly what it is. It's a shit show. Complete, utter shit show. What are we gonna do next? Bring back Ronda Rousey?
Maybe.
Probably.
Have you seen her lately, by the way?
Yeah, I have.
She's got some fucking mohawk going on.
Yeah,
goddamn, she looks stupid.
Great. It's not great. The UFC, or not UFC, the WWE has gone to absolute shit, by the way. Like,
it has. I can't even watch it.
I'm not watching it anymore. And Lesnar and Ronda Rousey don't do a damn thing to help it.
I've not watched it in a solid 6 months.
Yeah. I'm not as far. I'm a little bit further behind, but yeah, like, I've lost 100% interest.
WWE Network subscription, bye-bye.
Yeah, it's been gone.
It's been gone.
UFC Fight Pass, bye-bye. That's about to be gone too.
It's getting there. All right, man. Did you see who else called out Brock Lesnar?
Oh, yeah. Who is this?
Money Mendez.
That shit was hilarious. He's like, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, let's go. You gotta love Chad Mendez, man.
I'm just happy he's back.
I am too.
He's one of my, like, he's definitely one of my probably top 25, top 50 favorites of all time.
Yeah, he's fun, man. All right, so I guess that'll do it for today.
So Friday, tune back in. We have PFL.
We'll have PFL to break down. It's the second
UFC.
The second round of PFL is getting started. Featherweights and heavyweights. After this one, we'll know who's going to be in the playoffs in those two divisions.
That's awesome. Man, that is going to be one cool playoff format.
Yeah, it will, man.
Take it back old school with you get 2 fights. They have to fight 2 fights in a night. That's going to be amazing.
2 fights per night. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had the UFC to go. Be pretty solid card. I can't remember where it's from. Where's it going to be fighting?
I don't remember. But this is Anthony Smith versus Shogun Rua.
Yeah, but that's not even the
The main
Super
event.
exciting fights on the card. Is it the main event? Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
the
the main event, but it's not the best. Probably not the most exciting fight in the card. We'll get to that on Friday.
We will, man. Until then, guys, stay savage. Follow us on Apple Podcast. Follow us on Google Play Music, Stitcher, Podbean, MMAPadcast.com, YouTube.
You just rattle these motherfuckers off now. Like, we got to the point where we got them all, except for Spotify. Don't ask.
YouTube, Facebook.
Yep.
We got it all.
That's right.
Instagram. Just follow us. We'll be back Friday to preview and do predictions for UFC this weekend. So we'll see you guys Friday. Till then, stay savage.
Stay savage, motherfuckers.